Today we will talk about the West. What is the West? Well, first we should ask ourselves the question, what is Europe? What is Europa? Europa is our mother, our sacred mother, who was inseminated by the Chad reason. Inseminated by reason gave Mother Europa the child, the West, the Western civilization. It is her only surviving child. He's an adult now, but he is sick, he is weak, and he is close to dying. And what does his mother, Mother Europa, do? Well, she discovered, being in a very senior age, she discovered second youth and so-called cock carousel. Yeah, she's been riding cock carousel for the last several decades, spreading her legs to every Chad aggressor who managed to invade her from different sides. The West was born because Mother Europa was inseminated by Father Reason. By reason we mean the Age of Enlightenment. But make no mistake, there were no one single enlightenment. There were actually three enlightenments, and only one enlightenment was true. It was the anglo-scottish enlightenment. The real Age of Reason, which gave us John Locke, David Hume, Adam Smith, or even Roger Bacon. Anglo-Scottish Enlightenment gave us the true Age of Reason, the rights of man, the right to life, liberty, property, the pursuit of happiness. This is what created the Western civilization out of the womb of Mother Europa. But there were two false enlightenments. The first was the Beta French Enlightenment, so-called Enlightenment. Actually, this was a complete mishap, a complete fuck-up, which gave us, unfortunately, the French Revolution and any conceivable evil socialist idea imaginable. French Enlightenment was anti-reason and was anti-freedom. It was completely anti-Europe. French Enlightenment and French Revolution was in fact a brutal rape on the body of Mother Europa. And the third false enlightenment, the second false enlightenment, but the third enlightenment, so-called, was the German Enlightenment, which wasn't enlightenment at all, but there was one philosopher which actually made huge advances in human knowledge. It was Immanuel Kant. But there was something other about German philosophy, which I think is important for the West and for Mother Europa. You see, even though Mother Europa was inseminated by Father Reason, by the Chad Anglo-Scottish Enlightenment, she also had an alpha Chad on the back. This alpha Chad on the side was the German iron will. The West was not only conceived of reason, but also of will, of the German iron will, or the Teutonic furor, furor teutonicus. This is where Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche, comes, or Jesus. Not Jesus Christ, but Friedrich Nietzsche comes, and Jesus Jesus with his philosophy. The first philosopher who identified the will as the thing in itself was, of course, Arthur Schopenhauer, who was influenced by Kant, but Nietzsche was influenced by Schopenhauer and also the theory of evolution. And it seems the world is a will, and this will is the will to power. Therefore, the European man, not only and not when he discovers reason, becomes the master of this world, but when he learns to grasp the will to power. This is the Western civilization. Reason, willpower, and everything we see in Europe, which is our primordial culture. There can't be Western civilization without reason, without willpower, and without all the cultural institutions which Europe spawned throughout the millennia. Either be it the Greek love for wisdom, the philosophy, the Roman law and Roman understanding of the law, without Christian individualism, without German will to power, and without anglo-scottish reason. So currently we need to embrace our two fathers, Father Reason and Father Willpower, and gave salutations to them. So maybe our bitch mother Europa gets off her knees and stops sucking other dicks. She's supposed to be our mother, our caretaker, our consort, our consolation, and not a whore on her knees. Europe, awake.